They should have
Just
just
trade
said,
him.
"Here's your money. Will you take $1 gajillion a year?" Yes. Well, now we traded you.
Yeah. Someone brought this up yesterday because we talked about it. We're like, well, no. The new trade, or sorry, the new deal will have a no movement clause. He still got the last year of his regular
Existing
deal still.
contract. Yeah.
So you could be a real huge jerk and sign him and trade him. I just don't know who would ever want to deal with your organization after that. That would be a full Kelly McCrimmon move.
It's awesome. Why do I have to consult you? You have a
no move kicks in
no
the
trade.
Yeah.
Oh, but I got the new. Yeah, that kicks in next July.
Yeah, I'm aware of that, son. I'm aware. Pack your shit.
Players and agents would be furious, but you could do it, I believe.
You should have done it.
Wow, I don't think you should.
Why?
Because I think, like,
he's holding your.
What is the reputation of your organization? What does it do to that?
Well, I'm here to win. That's why.
Are you, though? You're kind of here to rebuild, and you're going to have to lure people to come here. They're not going to come here till you're good.
You're not luring.
If you treat a player like S and backdoor them into an extension they don't want, players around the league are going to talk about that. Agents are going to talk about that. Screw this team. We can't let them treat
you're going
players
back
like
to
that.
putting too much power in the player and the agent's hands.
Yeah, the owners still make all the money. I don't really have any sympathy for that.
I don't understand. What do you mean?
I just mean, look, like we're talking about a $6 billion business. The owners have a whole lot of leverage and a whole lot of money they get to make on this thing, and the players have more rights than they used to. We don't need to go back to the day where the Detroit Red Wings told Gordie Howe he was the highest paid player in the league, and he wasn't. He was making $30,000 a year. We don't need to go back to you're not a free agent, so you're 31. Like, players are allowed to have rights, and if you don't want to deal with the no move clause, don't put it in the contract.
Well,
like I don't think Rasmus doing anything.
So I just throw it right back in your face. Here's the contract. I can do what I want with it. And under these circumstances, I could trade your ass.
Sure. I just think
so. On one hand, you have to be the nice guy, and they don't.
I understand.
Where's his give to you? Well, we've only paid you $5 million a year for the last however long, and we brought you along, and we've tried to treat you right and do good by you, and now you're but this is what my contract says.
Well, how would you feel then at age 29 if the Flames did that to you?
I wouldn't feel
you'd be upset.
You'd be upset. Yeah. In all reality, you might be upset, but this is the contract, and I just re-signed for eight years. That's right. When is it okay? Well, you're doing pretty fucking good, bud.
Yeah. He's going to do well wherever he goes.
So if I'm keeping score, have you switched now back against Rasmus again? Or are you back on the?
No, but my original take was right from the start yesterday when I said they should have just signed him and traded him because they could, and no one wanted to agree with me. Oh, it's rude. Oh.
I hadn't thought about the new move not being kicked in yet because obviously the new deal is going to include some trade protection. Players of his caliber at that age, that's what they get. Maybe that's GMs being soft and players demanding too much, but it's the market.
Has anything like that ever happened?
I don't think so.
No, but exactly.
It would be a really, really, really big dick move. You could do it, Rhett. I was wrong. You could do it. I just think that this team already faces some challenges.
How long would it be? It would be like any newsreel thing that happens. Oh, today that's big news, and actually all of us would love it because we're like, this is unbelievable, something to talk about. And then next week it'd be like, well, whatever.
So again, what you're saying is, in this scenario, the Flames would negotiate with Rasmus Andersson.
They wanted
a new contract. We want you here. We love you.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, 8 years, whatever money.
It's called 8 times 9.
Yeah, 8 times 8, 8 times whatever the money is.
Sure.
But that doesn't kick in till the end of next season because you have one more year left. But then you're doing one of these behind closed doors.
Mm-hmm.
I've got to trade.
Ken Holland, I got it done. Kenny, we can do the deal. I got it done.
So the player signs his deal with a full no move.
Yeah.
Thinks he's set, buys a new house.
Yeah.
You've been traded.
Yeah.
How is that possible? I have a no move. Next year you do. You have a very limited no trade this year.
And my favorite part is, what the press conference would be when they announce the signing. I'm really proud to be a lifetime Flame. I've only wanted to wear this one jersey. I love this city. I bleed for this logo. I love the Oaks. And we've traded Rasmus.
Well,
it's the biggest dick move.
How much money do you need? You'd be talking to Kenny. What are you willing to pay this guy? 9. Okay. Ras, you take 9? Yeah, we'll take 9. Full no. Kenny, what about a no move? 10 treat team, no move. 10? Yeah, I'll do 10. Okay. He got his money. That's what you wanted. I'm right.
At
You
that
guys are
point,
wrong.
at that point, he wanted
And
to stay in
that the
Calgary.
boss-
is
I
what
know
he
that
wanted.
Mr. Edwards, you're listening down there. This is the kind of stuff I could bring to you. Bring to the
Mr. Edwards
table.
is listening.
He's definitely not here. He's on a yacht in Europe or something.
You sign him to the 8-year extension.
Yeah.
Give him the number he needs to get to. And then you trade his ass immediately because he's only got a 6-team no trade clause for this year. Right?
And then you get the big return.
And then I get the big return from Kenny in LA.
So, but he's got the 6-team no trade for this year, correct?
This year.
So you sign him to the extension when and let him play this year?
No, right away.
No,
You sign him now
to
because
the
it's past
extension.
July 1st. You sign him to his
you
8-year.
chit chat with Kenny. You get what Kenny? What are you comfortable paying this guy?
$9 million.
Okay, so Kenny's like, yeah, we'll give him 8 times 9 for sure. And then you say, what about a no move clause? And Kenny says yes or no, or maybe it's a 10 team, and you okay, yeah, Rasmus, you agree to this? Yes. Well, you're gone.
But is LA on his no-fly zone right now?
We doubt it. It would be hard for a 6-team list.
If
for
you
LA
were
to be
putting
on.
together a no-fly zone, would LA be one
I
of your
don't-
six?
Six is not a lot of teams.
Not a lot of teams. You're right. I would have to think. Have you guys guessed the teams? Like, would it be
Columbus,
Winnipeg,
Ottawa,
Columbus,
Edmonton,
Ottawa,
Winnipeg, That's 4.
Edmonton.
Columbus, Ottawa, Edmonton, Buffalo,
Yeah.
Buffalo 5, Winnipeg.
Winnipeg? I don't know.
Hey, buddies, thanks for watching. We appreciate it. Also, if you could throw in a like and subscribe, it does help us out with what it is we are doing. And check out more at flamesnation.ca.